like you, I'm sure that the ANC is also waiting with bated breath and looking forward that the new pair of hands that the president will be bringing on board following the passing on of Mama Edna Molewa and the resignation of Comrade Malusi Gigaba would be hands that continue on the kind of trajectory that the ANC has already committed to, which is one of renewal, one of unity, and one of making sure that we take basic services to the mass of our people. You'll know that the next few months are quite critical for our movement, because next year we are going to general elections. We want to go into those elections having assured our people that we are going to be there, work with them to renew, revive, and move their country further forward.
There's always been a call for ANC to include young blood into the cabinet. Are we also expecting that perhaps?
Well, I'm sure that with the president in the exercise of his own prerogative, as he does all of this, he will of course be committing to what is the general mood out in the country, to make sure that you continue, because already this cabinet, this national executive, is already seized with certain immediate tasks which have got to do with massive the massification of service delivery provision to our people on the ground. You'll also know that there has been a greater call on ethical leadership, and this has been a great encouraging sign. Part of it was with the stand even taken by our own president last week, where he went and pronounced that when he got to be informed that there could have been a donation elsewhere that happened in his name, he then felt that he should go to Parliament and put proper context out to the public so that he could be able to clarify all of those issues. This must begin sending a message on our commitment to have ethical leadership, one that is responsible, answerable, and accountable to the people we lead.
Unfortunately, Mr. Mabe, you say that the ANC is extremely united in this decision, and it's united in its actions, united in all of its policy points that you're currently pronouncing on. But this doesn't live up to what's playing out on social media among senior members. NPC
Yes.
members are throwing shade at each other every single day. So how are you going to ensure that this cabinet reshuffle, whichever way, shape or form it takes, does not cause further division in an already factionalized ANC?
Well, one of the things that we said we should do, and this came out of our statement of the special NEC, when we spoke about trust, that we need to make sure that we stamp out on factionalism within the ranks of the ANC, we consolidate operational trust, we are open about our own actions and the kind of policy drives that we expect the movement to be taking forward coming out of the 54th National Conference. Now we are beginning to talk about these things openly, but we also went further and said that the communications protocol of the African National Congress, which begins to guide the conduct of our leaders as it relates to even our members, as it relates to how they carry themselves, be it on social media platforms and many other mediums, that they must be the correct and true repository of what the movement expects of them, which is, I mean, there's this line that we believe in the ANC: many voices, one message. We're expecting that. One of the things that we are doing, working together with the head of elections and the Deputy Secretary General, something that we also did yesterday when we visited KwaZulu-Natal, is to begin going to our provinces and running training on social media, beginning to say, this is how we need to conduct and carry ourselves on social media. If we talk about the ANC governing and governing with the people of this country, this must be one singular message that all of our structures drive out there. I'm sure you are beginning to see that on my ANC, out on Twitter, on our different Facebook posts, on what we are doing on Instagram. We have also consolidated ANC Today, which is a very important platform to disseminate information out to the public. So you are going to see this plurality of views expressed by our structures, but there's going to be greater commonality in terms of the message that the ANC sent out there. Because when the ANC is strong, its delivery of basic services to the people is also made even possible. But one of the things, Nicholas, that you'll also find interesting is that we are one party that is quick to accept its own flaws where they exist. We are self-critical of ourselves and our own actions, and we are able to say, these are the kind of remedial actions that we are putting in place to make sure that, one, we deal with social distance between ourselves and communities out there. Two, we address problems in this way. Look at the Tumamina program. What it does is that it is now serving as an eye-opener that allows us to understand the problems of people out there. I mean, we went to one community out in Mkondo municipality with the deputy president last week. We went into this one house, and there was this fellow community member out there who said to us, Deputy President Mabuza, I am not looking for a job. I can be able to create a job for myself using my own hands. Then the DP asked him, what do you do? And he said, no, I bake. Jokingly even said, I can even bake you, Deputy President. All I want is to be assisted to start my own enterprise and create a market for me, so that I could be able to bake bread for the local schools around. I could be able to supply local spaza shops with bread. I need to be seen to be liberating myself, but I need government to meet me halfway so that I can become an important player in my own community. Now, our people are beginning to send that message to us when we do this Tumamina campaign. And the most important one is that you might be interested in this because others who had sought to shoot down on our efforts sought to suggest that we are copying them. No, no, we are not copying anyone. Actually, the People's Manifesto process has always been a guiding tool of consolidating the views of the public, which is one instrument that the ANC has used over the years to make sure that it brings to life this statement that people govern. So we have had many people manifesto forums. Tomorrow, our president will address, will have a dialogue with the arts and culture sector as part of those people manifesto forums. This weekend, officials of the ANC, together with National Executive Committee members, will be out in Limpopo. The national chairperson is expected to be in the region of Vembe. The Treasurer General of the ANC is expected to be in the region of Mopani.
That is the African National Congress spokesperson, the national spokesperson, Pule Mabe, detailing, of course, that the ANC will actually have a proper briefing tomorrow regarding the state of capture inquiry and all that is happening there, and he's detailing other facets of the ANC in which they will be out and about.